I will forever remember how I found out about this drama. Listen, Court calls me up in the middle of the night. Okay, it's like 10 p.m., but still. And was like, girl, I found the male version of you. And I'm like, excuse me? What?
No, listen, because this boy shows up all in red just to annoy Songwoo, as this is his most hated color. And I thought, all I could think of when I saw this scene was, this is Leo. This is the male version of Leo. Ash, because you would seriously do some petty ass shit like this.
No, I would. And guys, this isn't the first time she's done this. Like, this is like the second time she's called me up and was like, yeah, this is a male version of you in another gay drama.
You need to start watching it immediately.
And my second question is it still airing? Because she knows how much I hate watching still airing dramas.
And they always are.
And they always are. Every single time. Hi guys, I'm Lael.
And I'm Courtney.
And welcome to our new All the Drama podcast, where two best friends talk about
Korean,
Japanese,
Thai,
and Chinese dramas. So sit back and listen while we rant and ramble about the scenes that made us cry, laugh, and squeal with excitement.
Now girl, tell me all the drama.
Aight.
Welcome back, drama addicts. I know that we were supposed to talk about the sign this week, but we decided that we're going to wait for the special episode to drop so we can review it all together. Just a FYI, that special episode is supposedly supposed to drop around April 6th, at least in theaters in Thailand. It may take a couple more days to hit us international fans. So, our last minute decision, we decided to change the drama and discuss Semantic Error.
This is such an enemies to lovers trope, and I'm here for it. Though what's kind of weird is on Viki, they have Semantic Error, the series, and Semantic Error, the movie. And guys, it's the same thing if you're wondering. I guess some people like just watching it from start to finish and not in episode form. But
I agree. I do find this odd, but this isn't the only drama they do this for. I've seen other short dramas like Semantic Error on Viki in movie form. So I guess it's just a preference thing.
It's whatever. But so let's get into the characters of Semantic Error. So let's start off with our baby boy, Chisangwoo. They really do try to make him out to be like a human computer.
They literally try to make him seem like a robot. His personality is very strict and rigid and cold, but I love it, and I'm all here for it. I personally love how unfiltered this boy is. He says whatever he thinks, whenever he thinks it, and he doesn't give a damn if it'll offend anyone. Everything is also very black and white for this character. There's no gray, there's no in between, and there is especially no red.
But no, for real. I love it when they try to make him have like emotion and he doesn't really know how to process it. It's so cute to see his little brain compute it. But no, I agree. He's straightforward. He's cute. He's so sassy. Boy is...
I love it. I'm here for a sassy, unfiltered boy.
Same. And then next up, we have Jung Jae-young.
He is the exact opposite. He has a skater boy type of personality, very laid back and chill. And where Sungwoo is cold, Jae-young just oozes warmth. I love this man's level of pettiness, by the way. And I also love how he just revels in it.
They do say opposites attract. But I do agree with you that the way this man teases Sungwoo, though, is so adorable. But I also love that it's like not over the top teasing, you know what I mean? It's not to the point where it would get like overtly annoying.
Or cruel, like some of these weird ones get.
Yeah, some of them say they're teasing and they're just mean. I'm like,
mean.
No.
No, this is the perfect level. I am all here for it. I agree. It makes this series and these scenes just all the more better to watch.
Following after, we have Ru Ji-hye. She's the girl that's supposed to be Jae-young's love rival. But honestly, like, she doesn't make me, like, mad at her. Like, I like her. She's sweet, and she gives up on Sungwoo after she finds out she doesn't really have a chance.
I do love the little competition we see between her and Jang Jae-young. I like how lighthearted it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of these dramas, especially in the BL industry, they always bring in a female and she's so over the top and so much. And you don't get that at all in this. I actually generally like her character, and I like the little relationship she does develop with both of them.
Oh, no, I agree.
And then speaking of friendships and relationships with friends, let's talk about JJ Young's friends.
Oh my God. The little curly haired guy is just so cute and adorable.
He's so
And
adorable.
isn't he? And I love how like Cho Yuna, his girl best friend, is like the resident advice giver.
She's phenomenal. Out of his friends, she's my favorite. I do find curly haired boy extremely adorable. I hate his hair. I absolutely hate it. I think they could have getting a wig at the dollar store would have been better than what they did to that poor boy's hair. I don't know what it is.
I feel like they force permed his hair.
That's what I got too. And you know what? I would have preferred one of those ugly wigs that they all wore in the dramas in the early 2000s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I would have took that over what they did to this poor child.
No.
It was not right. It was not right. But yeah, no, his friends are amazing. I love how supportive they are of him and in pretty much everything he does. Fun fact, episode 8, we see his friends celebrating with him at the bar. And guess who is in this friend group? Dear listeners, we only see him once, but it is the same actor who plays the main dominant male lead in what drama?
June and June.
I only point this out because this is another favorite series of Lael's and mine, and this is definitely one we actually already plan to cover in the near future. So, that was a fun little surprise.
Like, when she told me this, I was like, no way. It's not true. Because he's literally in the drama for, like, 0.2 seconds.
He has a compound sentence.
Yeah, so I had to go to my drama list to confirm, right? And it's true, he is. And do you want to know how she knew, though? It wasn't because of how he looked, even though he was in it.
No.
She recognized him from his voice. Tell me that's not a real fan.
It's my man.
Tell me that's not a real fan.
Standing next to my other man. Well, he was sitting, but you know what I mean.
All right, let's get into the opening scene.
Okay. I'll be happy to. So, we are going, like I said, this is, I don't know if actually I've said it, but again, this is one of my all-time favorite dramas, and the opening scene does not disappoint. We start right off the bat with seeing these two main characters and their split personalities. First off, we see Sung-woo, who is looking for a mobile app designer who can help him design this mobile game he wants to develop.
And while Sung-woo is great in all science and technical stuff, he is not good at designing. Baby boy just does not have it.
He don't got it. And so while he's out recruiting a designer, he runs into Jae-young. And he actually doesn't realize when he first meets him that the program designer artwork that he's standing in front of and admiring is actually Jae-young's. Jae-young is literally standing right in front of him, the owner of this design, and he just takes one look at him and dismisses him, and then actually goes out of his way to take down the artist's name and info, all the while not realizing said artist is literally standing next to him.
You know what I remember the most about this scene, though, is like Jae-young sees him, admiring his work. He's like, do you want a picture? And then poses for a picture. And the look on Sang-woo's face,
Disgust.
his look of disgust, yes.
I know.
And can we also discuss? Sorry.
That's what I mean no, it's okay. I was just going to say, that's what I mean when we get to see these out there personalities immediately.
Oh, yeah. Though I just do want to point out one thing. Jae-young's fake lip ring. Did you notice that? Because I did.
Yes, I did.
I love a fake lip ring. It's so cute. Okay.
I
just want to point that out. I love it. Okay. But this scene moves right into our next favorite scenes. Honestly, we're probably recapping every episode, but
yeah.
We move into the next favorite part.
Okay, so I personally love how they set this up. We have Jae-young celebrating with his friends that he's about to graduate, only for one of his friends to suddenly come flying into the room, stating that Jae-young is pretty much screwed and in trouble. And he shows him this article that was printed out about a computer programming class in one of oh, I'm sorry, a computer programmer in one of Jae-young's classes. Turns out that Jae-young is one of the freeloaders that Sung-woo removed from the project in this class. And Homeboy didn't even know about any of this prior to seeing this article because he never once went to the class. He didn't even know what Sung-woo looked like.
Look, I don't blame Sung-woo for taking the names of the people who didn't work on the presentation off the final project. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to get credit. I'm on his side on this because it's actually even more important that he did this because in Korea, there's such like a hierarchy type of culture, and him doing this to his seniors is a big deal. And we don't get to see very many people stand up for themselves in dramas like this because of, the culture. And not saying that it's necessarily bad, it's just the way it is. And we also see so many people take advantage of that hierarchy type of, situation. And it was so funny to see him just stand up and be like, no, this is not logical. Your names are off the project. And it's such his personality. We see their personalities in literally everything they do. It's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Everything, every single thing. And I personally couldn't agree more with your thoughts on this. I loved that Sangwoo did this and that he did so publicly.
Mm-hmm.
I personally loved it because of my own personal experiences of dealing with literally the same type of situations back during my college and high school days. I actually have a very similar personality type to Sangwoo, not as extreme, but I always found myself being stuck as the team lead in these situations and in these type of group projects. And I always found myself having to play cleanup after people who were supposed to be, team players on this. I still remember the utter frustration of having to play cleanup after people who were supposed to be team members. I even remember cutting someone out of my group completely, just like Sangwoo did. Actually, I did this twice. And let me tell you, the utter satisfaction of him being able to call them out like he did healed something inside my soul.
I think everyone's kind of dealt with that one person that just didn't work at one point in their lives, in their college careers, at least minimally. Can we also talk about the text that Jae-young sent to Sungwoo? Did you see them? And like little things like, he's like, I'm so sorry. Please put my name back on the project. I need to talk to you. I died with those text messages.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of that leads up to him luckily being able to meet Sungwoo because it turns out one of his friends was supposed to be the designer for the game that Sungwoo wants to make. And she couldn't do it anymore. So she was like, oh, I have a friend who's also a designer. Let me have him work on your project. And when he finds out that it's Sungwoo, the person that he's been dying to meet, he's all happy. And then we get this scene where he's frolicking down the stairs in his fucking beanie, listening to music with a big old smile on his face, throwing leaves up in the air like his time has come.
Yeah, I let's please discuss this scene because I loved seeing this dork skip around the campus on his way to meet Sungwoo. And if you recall, the reason why he's so giddy is because he knows he's essentially a one-upped Sungwoo. See, Sungwoo ends up reaching out to the artist whose work he was appreciating in the opening scene, not realizing that it's one of the freeloaders that he kicked off of the group project in his class. Now, Jae-young knows who he is because he's on a mission since failing the class to find this guy. He only knew him by name, so when Sungwoo reached out and dropped his name, Jae-young gets all giddy.
And then once he meets Sungwoo and realizes boy is not going to back down, he's then determined to get on his last nerve.
Right, exactly. He clocks Sangwoo's personality type immediately, just like we do. He decides that if he has to do another semester of college, he's going to have fun with it by driving Sungwoo absolutely crazy.
Okay, but like he also asks Sungwoo like what he hates the most. And tell me why Homeboy tells him.
I died. I straight up, it literally gave all the Jae-young the ammunition he needed to annoy this child.
And that's on
him. But I guess I was going to say the only thing I can think of is that he doesn't think like the rest of us.
No, he's straightforward, so he just answers a question that he's asked.
Exactly.
It makes sense, but like it also is like, boy, you just dug your own grave.
Exactly.
Because then we get episode 2. And this is where we
Mm-hmm.
see Jae-young get on Sungwoo's nerves. And we get the pettiness. Oh, first of all, I'm pretty sure that Jae-young put those boxes there in front of the door just to make him late. Like, we don't see it, but I'm pretty sure it was him. And then he shows up in a completely red outfit because we know homeboy hates red. Okay, we know baby boy hates red. And then takes his window seat in order to annoy him. And it doesn't stop there.
No, no, it does not. Listen, first of all, the red outfit is iconic. Seriously, I could not stop laughing at the fact that he goes out of his way to buy a whole new wardrobe in Sungwoo's least favorite color. And also the fact that this is literally only the beginning. Homeboy gets access to Sungwoo's classes for the semester and literally signs up for every single one of them. So Sungwoo ends up getting stuck seeing him in literally every class, I think, but one. He purposely goes out of his way to show up early to class, earlier than Sungwoo, to steal Sungwoo's favorite seat. He goes to the soda machine that Sungwoo goes to every day and literally buys out all of this guy's favorite drink. Let that sink in for a second. This guy put money in this machine over and over again to buy every single drink of this brand that Sungwoo drinks every day, just so he can't have it. And he drinks it in front of him. Constantly he's drinking it, even though he hates the taste of it. And even his pens are red. The pens he uses in class.
Literally, the forethought and planning of this whole situation is the level of petty that I aspire to. I wish that I could be this petty, honestly. Like, I live for this right now. And he does this all because he essentially clocks Sangwoo's personality right from the meeting. He's like, he needs to be in control. He needs to, have it's his way or the highway. And if something doesn't go his way, it's going to annoy him. And he's like, bet, I'll take this challenge.
And as these scenes unfold, we see just how important control and his routine is to Sungwoo. When things mess up his routine, no matter how big or small it is, the rest of his day is off. And one of the most petty things Jae-young does is he literally goes and rents the apartment right next door to Sangwoo, making it so Sangwoo literally feels like there is no escaping this big red-covered error that suddenly popped into his life.
And isn't this the scene where your favorite quote is actually, Court?
Yes, it is. It's right after Sangwoo realizes that Jae-young is renting the apartment next to him. He turns to Jae-young and says, I thought you were just an asshole, but it turns out you're a complete psycho as well. Only for Jae-young to not even hesitate and to reply right back, thank you, I get that a lot. I literally can't stopping at this scene, no matter how many times I rewatch the series.
I love that he just accepts it. I love when the character, gets told something out of the blue and just yeah, I take that as a compliment, thanks.
I hear that all the time. They're just, and the look
Proud.
of utter disgust. First of all, the look of utter proud pettiness on this boy's face.
I love it.
And then it goes over to Sungwoo, who is just
exasperated.
Yes, and disgusted. I love it. I absolutely love it. And so, moving on from there, another scene I want to talk about, one of my favorite scenes. I have many favorite scenes. We all know this. This is a reoccurring thing with me. But
every scene is her favorite scene.
It is. But this is a crucial scene. I gotta say this. You gotta agree with me. This is a crucial scene, okay?
This is.
It is the bar scene, or what I dub the Red Savior. So this next scene starts off with Jae-young moping in the bar with his friends. And he's moping because it's clear he's starting to like Sungwoo, but Sungwoo said some pretty mean things earlier to him in the day because Jae-young was annoying the heck out of him. And while he's chilling at the bar playing darts, Sung-woo shows up with a group of other students and this creep of a guy. Everyone refers to him as this quick set guy, and everyone knows him as like a scam on campus. Basically, he targets younger students and he draws them in with these supposed seminars, only then to scam them later on for their time, money, and work. And while Jae-young is aware of how much of a creep this guy is, Sung-woo isn't. And as we see the group sit down and get drinks, and we overhear Jae-young's friends mention how much worse this guy gets when he drinks. So the scene continues to unfold as this guy does in fact continue to drink and continue to become more obnoxious. And as this happens, our baby boy Sung-woo gets over the situation real fast. He gets up to leave because he's done, and in doing so offends this jerk. And because he won't cower down, this guy literally throws a drink in his face. He also then goes to hit Sung-woo with a menu, but as he's about to do so, mind you, a red dart
It's always red.
comes flying out of nowhere and embeds itself into the menu, which completely freaks this jerk out as it came pretty close to hitting him. And of course, the red dart came from no one other but Jae-young, who comes over all fine and casual, strolling all fine and casual, and stating something along the lines of like, oh, oops, it just slipped from my fingers. And then, and this is the scene that I found him incredibly attractive, mind you, because then he says to the guy, again, so completely casual, he goes, if you try to pull something like this again, I may just have another slip of the fingers and leave a hole in this side of your head with another dart. And he taps the side of the head with this guy's head with the dart as he's saying this. And then he proceeds to shove the creep, grabs Sung-woo by the wrist, and proceeds to run out of the bar with Sung-woo. Because, of course, what BL drama isn't complete with the cute running scene together moment, you know?
Oh my God, yes.
And my heart, I just love how he just swoops in. He's this big red savior, and he's so confident and just so perfect. And like, how can your heart, as Sung-woo, how can your heart not literally be out of control over something like this?
I agree. So 2 things, okay? 1, I absolutely love it, and I mean love it, when one person does something badass and was like, oops, it was an accident. I didn't mean it. It just makes me all giddy and blushy. Like, I can't even with that. Like, I don't know. And then the whole number 2, and number 2, the whole grabbing your hand wrist thing and then proceeding to run, especially at night. I don't know what it is about scenes like that just make me look, it just makes me feel something. I don't even know. It's just maybe because the emotions are heightened and they're looking at each other and they're running and I can't.
I have no idea what it is either. I don't. I have no idea what it is either, but whatever it is, it exists universally across culture because these directors know it and they add it in to literally almost every BL drama we have.
And I'm here for it. I love it. But I will have to admit though, that's the one thing I don't like though, is they tend to grab the wrists. I've noticed in like more of the Asian dramas. I'm like, just grab my hand.
I noticed that too. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is about the wrist things. Guys, if you know what it is about like them grabbing the wrist instead of the hand, because they do it a lot, like not even just to run. It's just anytime they want to grab somebody somewhere, they grab the wrist.
I can think of several BL dramas where they do grab the wrist instead of the hand. And I feel like maybe it's considered less personal than hand holding. I don't know, but if listeners, if you know the answer to this, it could also just be like a cultural thing. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, which you can do because we have a Patreon, so you can leave your comments over on that social media
site. Or even
site.
on our Insta, or our Facebook page, wherever you see us.
Somewhere. We'll find you. But, so after they run, they get to their apartments, right? And I forgot the reason why he needed to go into Sung-woo's apartment for some reason, but he couldn't get into his apartment.
So this is right after the running scene from the bar. They ran to their apartments. And when they get there, Jae Young realizes that his bag with his keys to his apartment, he left them at the bar with his friends.
Oh, that's right.
And so, and his phone's dead, so he can't call his friends. Now, Sung Woo does try to offer his phone to Jae Young, but again, realistic moment we have here. Jae Young's like, I don't know any of my friends' phone numbers,
Which is
but what I
100%
do know,
realistic. 100% realistic.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. But what I do know, he says, is their social media accounts. Let me use your computer and chill in your place until I can get one of my friends to come bring me my keys.
So we see Sang-woo reluctantly letting Jae-young into his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're having this little cute moment. Jae-young sees him without his cap on, which is like a big thing for him because it's Courtney will talk about it. And then Sang-woo notices that Jae-young has a scratch on his arm, right? So then he, again, reluctantly goes to put on a band-aid, right? So he's cleaning the wound and everything. And this is just where you can see Jae-young, like, literally stare at Sang-woo and start falling for him. Like, this is the moment, I think.
Oh, I definitely agree that this is the moment where Jae Young falls over the proverbial cliff of crushes into full on crush mode. But I feel like his feelings of developing said crush started more in episode 3. This is where we see he becomes completely obsessed with seeing Sung-woo without his signature cap on his head. And I feel like once he sees Sung-woo's face without the cap obstructing his full view, that is when he reaches the cliff, so to speak. And then essentially falls right over said cliff when Sung-woo is applying the band-aid on him. We literally see this man's crush form, develop, and then launch.
Yeah, I kind of love how he didn't really even, like, question it either. He's just like, we see him just, like, accept it. And it's just done.
And I think it's an important part to know. We don't have any issues in this drama about, like, oh no, I've been straight my whole life. It's like these characters, like, when you read the book, because there is a book, I
It's a
highly
webtoon.
suggest y'all go. Yeah, it's a webtoon. Highly suggest y'all to go look for it. It's very just Google it. But these characters pretty much know that they're. I think Jae Young is bisexual,
Yeah.
and Sung Woo knows that he's gay. So like, I kind of like that we get a break from the oh no, I've been straight all my life. What am I gonna do?
Let's rephrase that. I don't think Sungwoo knows he's gay. I think he realizes that he's liking somebody for the first time in his life. Like, boy
Yeah,
was a human computer. Let's not be. He
yeah. It's
didn't
never
care.
been right. It's never been a thing for him.
Right.
Whereas Jungwoo, I'm sorry. Whereas Jae Young he's bisexual. He knows he's
Yeah.
bisexual, and so I kind of like that we just don't have this never-ending trope that seems to come up in a lot of these BLs where like I've been straight my whole life until I met you. What am I gonna do?
Or like, I'm only gay for you.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It's a nice break. That's all I'm saying.
it is. But after this scene, we get to see the first part of Jae Young's jealousy. There are two jealousy scenes that I love with him in it, okay? And this is the first one. So, luckily, he's at a cafe, on his computer, and he sees Sungwoo at the same shop with the girl that likes him, right? Jihe, right? And literally watching his face when he first sees Sungwoo with the girl was like, no, I come first, and then proceeds to interrupt the date because his computer went on the fritz and he has to have Sungwoo fix it, right? Effectively pushing the girl out the way, right? His little wink to her at the end where he's sitting where she's sitting literally screams, I won and I'm here for I love it.
Literally, he's so petty, and I'm again just totally here for the pettiness. I find it hilarious. And a fun fact: you do realize that he purposely messed up his computer, right? Because there's no way that his computer just coincidentally went on the fritz right when he's getting all these jealous feelings watching Sung Woo on what could be a date. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna hate me, but I didn't know that. I really just thought his computer ended up going on a fritz, and then when you said that, I was like,
No.
shit, that actually makes more sense.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man.
I wonder how he made his computer go on the fritz though.
I can't remember if they even like address it, but
Mm.
it's blatantly obvious to me.
Everything he does is
But
obvious, so it wouldn't put it past me.
it definitely fits his character. Let's say that.
100%.
um, but the next scene I want to dive into is starting in episode 5, where we see Sungwoo start to have develop some feelings. They do such a great job in showing how these feelings just make him feel so completely out of control and freaked out. And I honestly think Sungwoo's feelings started during the bar scene where Jae-young swooped in to save him. As I said earlier, how could your heart not go crazy over something like that? And that's where we start to see a change in Sungwoo's attitude as well. Like allowing him to chill in his apartment and placing a band-aid on him.
I can see where you mean that his feelings may have started in episode 3, but I think here in episode 5, we literally can see Sangwoo not being able to stop thinking about Jae-young. Like, he stalks his Instagram page and screenshots all his pictures. You know, I love how they portray the out of control and foreign these feelings are for Sangwoo. We can see him process the feelings in the only way he knows how, which is, what does he do, Courtney?
Baby boy has to Google what these feelings mean. Which I thought was such a cute little nuance to add in. Like, he doesn't even realize that these things he's feeling is due to him liking Jaeyoung. He just knows he's feeling them and that they make him feel completely out of control, which he wants to avoid at all costs.
Anything that has to do with Jaeyoung, I just feel like Sangwoo has this big red message in his head, just screaming, abort, abort, abort mission.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
And then that brings us into episode 6. And in episode 6, there's these tiny, cute little moments that get us all in our feels. So it's not like, you know, one or two. It's just, we're going to put them all together. So we first have the first scene where Sangwoo willingly pats Jaeyoung's head. And it's such a sweet moment because you see the human computer having feelings for a minute, right?
I just love how absolutely adorable this guy can be. Like, most of the time, I can't help but see him as like this little chihuahua puppy who is fearful of like any form of contact. He has all this like aggressive bark, right? But then you have moments like this one where you see past the barking and see that he's just a cute little adorable puppy. And I just love how he turns into this adorable baby boy in like seconds, and how Jae-young is just completely enthralled with it as well.
Oh my god, Jaeyoung's face when he first head patted him, his face was like literally, do it again. I do it again. I want it.
It's like he's starved for touch, which he kind of is.
from Sangwoo, yes, he is. He wants it so bad.
And then we have this scene where I love this scene where Jae-young is dragging Sungwoo by his backpack. I don't know why I love this scene so much, but I do. It's right after we get the cute head pat scene where Jae-young is literally dragging baby boy around by the tails of his backpack. Not only is the visual adorable, but I especially love how this man takes Sungwoo's request of not touching him so seriously. Mm-hmm. He may not know why Sungwoo doesn't want him to touch him, but he knows that for some reason it makes him uncomfortable, and he goes out of his way to keep his promise of not touching him without giving him any proper notice. Like, the respect that this man has and that this scene represents is what truly gets me. It's adorable. They're adorable.
I do love that aspect of their relationship. Like, Jae-young will push and tease Sungwoo, but he respects his boundaries. You know what I mean? And then we get to the last cute scene right before our favorite scene of episode 6, where Jae-young takes Sungwoo to their studio, and immediately Sungwoo looks around and is like, I can't work in these conditions. It's too messy. You need to clean this up now. And Jae-young's like, now? And Sungwoo's like, now. Get up and clean that minute. Let me tell you, homeboy got up so fast and started cleaning. He is so whipped for Sungwoo, okay?
I literally found this scene so incredibly adorable. And all these cute little moments bring us to the most important scene in episode 6, which is the sleeping kiss. I have 2 favorite top scenes from this drama, and the one we're going to discuss next is definitely my first one. So the setup, the scene is that Jae-young and Sungwoo, they're working together in Jae-young's studio, and Jae-young decides that he's going to go take a nap for about 30 minutes because he's tired and he's kind of making some errors on this program that they're designing. So Sungwoo is supposed to wake him up in 30 minutes. And when 30 minutes come by, Sungwoo does go over to the couch and calls out Jae-young's name, but he doesn't respond. He even attempts to call him Hyung to see if that will get a response out of him, but it doesn't. And as he's calling out to Jae-young, he's leaning in closer and closer until his face is just a few inches from Jae-young. And then all of a sudden, kind of like, it literally looks like a compulsion comes over Sungwoo, and he just all of a sudden leans in and kisses Jae-young's sleeping form. And let me tell you, I loved literally everything about this moment. The yellow warm tone lighting, the soft glow, the faces angled up so close together. All of it was perfection. And then for Homeboy to literally run away right after kissing him made me laugh so hard. And then to also have Jae-young open his eyes after and jump up in shock, showing us that he was actually in fact not sleeping. I have no words. They executed this scene so perfectly, down to even how they showed us that Jae-young was basically awake the whole time.
I just want to say that him running away now is like foreshadowing for what happens again.
He's a runner. My boy
He's
is
a runner. He's a track star.
But you know what? I get it. I understand because I too am a runner.
Okay, like, no, I 100% feel you.
Similarities between me and Sungwoo. I'm just saying.
Look, I don't know if you remember like back in the day, but like my first thing was like anything bad, embarrassing, or
run.
I see something stupid, run. I get the fuck out of here. But back to this scene again. It's okay to kiss someone while they're sleeping because it's in drama land, but in real life, please consent. Anyway. What I absolutely love about the scene is you can see, like, Sangwoo's face, and you can literally see him, like, computing this, like, whole moment, like running through the scenarios in his head. And then, like, he practically moves on instinct to kiss Jae-young. And then he's like, what the heck did I just do? Run.
And then he runs in baby boy. In baby boy fashion. Like, yeah, he's so cute when he runs. I'm sorry, this actor is just so freaking adorable.
He is. And then the fact that we get 2 kiss scenes right after each other.
I know, right?
I know, wow, right? But then we get the second kiss, which is in episode 7. And it's like right at the beginning, you know, near the beginning, right? And let me just say with this scene, the beginning of episode 7, whoever set this scene up, Chef's Kiss has the vision, all right? Mm-hmm. The purple fluorescent lighting, the aesthetic drinking, the tension, okay? Him all in black. I can't. Take it from me, Courtney, please.
So basically, after Jae-young finished his job, he has Sungwoo come over to the restaurant where he works, and it's just them. The restaurant has closed. But he was able to like make some food in the kitchen for them, so they have some food and they're drinking. And baby boy is a little nervous, so he's throwing back those drinks. And in doing so, he gets a tad bit drunk and starts being a bit more truthful with his words. And he tells Jae-young that he's lucky he's so handsome, which Jae-young totally eats up.
Oh, the flirtiness.
Right, exactly. And he leans into Sungwoo and says, oh, so you think I'm handsome then? Only for Sungwoo to reconfirm that, yes, he finds him attractive.
And Jae-young's response to this is to tell Sungwoo that he's giving him 1-minute warning. And then he's planning on kissing him. And if he does not, in fact, want to be kissed, he needs to say so now. Only for Sangwoo to then grab Jae-young by his shirt and pull him into the kiss himself. And Jae-young is in shock, okay? But it only takes him a few seconds to be like, recover. Let's do that again. Deeper, more intense. And I just need to say that there's something about when in a drama, one person does something like unexpected, like a kiss, right? And the other person is like in shock and then goes back for more. I was like, that's not enough. My heart, it gets me.
Girl, I completely agree. I do. I don't know what it is about that. And I find that so like those scenes are the scene.
Attractive.
Yes, those scenes, those moments are the ones that give me the butterflies.
Yes.
Uh, we see it in June and June too. Just side note.
Let's stop. We'll get to it eventually.
But anyway, so after a few seconds, Sungwoo realizes what he just did, and baby boy takes off because he's a runner. That's what we do. We run from our emotions. And then what I love is that we watch Jae Young is literally chasing after Sungwoo. So they're running down these alleyways. Jae Young's chasing Sungwoo. Sungwoo's running around randomly.
He don't know where to go.
Only for Jae Young to finally grab Sungwoo by his hoodie and drag him off towards a nearby wall. And this, my dear listeners, is my second favorite scene in the series. I don't know why I love the visual of Jae Young catching Sungwoo by his hoodie, but I totally do.
I think it's
find
because
it-
it's like almost like a dad punishing a child. It's like, get your ass back over here for running away when you shouldn't
Yeah.
have, you know?
something like that. Because let me tell you, it's that paired with that cute little noise where he goes, ah!
I know.
It's so cute. And again, I find it so adorable that his instinct is to like run in these situations because same.
I get it.
And like I said, that little noise he makes, I laugh every single time when he grabs him and he drags him off. Like you said, like, come on, you know, and then you hear that cute little like, ah.
It's him getting choked, Courtney. So I don't know if it's.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But I love it. I think it's adorable that the way he catches him, and it fits so well with the character and their responses.
I agree. This scene just perfectly executes their personality again. Sungwoo's personality to do something in the run, and then Jaeyoung totally to chase after him. But can we also
Even
talk
the
about
grab by the hoodie, man. Even
I
the
know.
grabbing him like
it was so him. But can I just say, Sungwoo's character or the actor who plays Sungwoo is such an adorable drunk, or his drunk acting is just so adorable. I can't.
I'm telling you, he is adorable. Like I don't know if it's because he's baby faced and he's tiny. I don't, but he is so cute.
I know, but something about his drunk face and his just like floofy.
I
kind of-
know.
I don't-
I
it's just
know.
so cute.
You know the only other actor I felt this way about is the female who plays the main character in Hidden Love. You know how I was going on and on about
yeah.
how adorable she is when she's drunk? I feel the same way about this guy.
I can
Like they
see it.
they have the adorable down pat.
I agree. They do.
But another thing that I love so much about this series are the jealousy scenes. Lael, take it away.
Yes, so this brings into the second jealousy scene that I absolutely love with Sangwoo. Okay, so let's start off the scene. Jae-young meets with Ji-hee in this little cafeteria next to the vending machines or whatever. And he talks to her because he finds out that she's been talking about him. And he wants to know why. And he gets the fact that she likes, Sangwoo. And so he meets with her and tells her in plain words, like, yeah, you have no chance. I like Sangwoo. And you need to give up. And then I love that she holds her ground, okay? And then she's like, I think me and you are in the same position here. He's like, no, we're not. I'm number one. Trust me on that. And then he proceeds to tell her, he's like, yeah, I don't like that you call him by his name, by the way. She's like, he told me I can call him by his name. He's like, no, you need to go back to, calling him by his last name. I don't like this, And she's just like, you can't tell me what to do. She's like, you want to go against me? That's fine. I'm going to win, though. So, let's go.
I know his confidence
Through the roof.
I love it. I love it. And again, what I love about the jealousy scenes in this, what I love about the female character in this is that it's very lighthearted. We don't get any like serious dark energy in this. And I really like that. I prefer that change of scenery because again, I feel like that is a common trope in a lot of these BL dramas.
Yeah, that's like the one thing I absolutely hate in like, as you said, these BL tropes, where the girl constantly tries to go after this guy and he's not interested, or like it's very obvious he's liking somebody else or he's gay. You know, it's like, bruh,
Straight up.
let it go. And she does. She tries. He's not feeling her. And she ends up like backing off. And she's like, okay, we can be friends. Like, I see that. And she doesn't make it anything more than that. And we stand a girl who knows where she is, you know?
Exactly. I love the relationship that they develop with her, that she develops with both of them. I love the lightheartedness. I love the comedy behind it. Like, it just fits so well with the series.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that was what, the end of episode 7 or middle of episode 7? Anyway.
Something like that, yeah.
So obviously it wouldn't be a drama without a little drama. And of course that comes near the end of the whole series, where Jae-young pretty much gets an internship with a company in France, right? So he spent all of episode 8 with Sang-woo going back and forth, not wanting to hold Jae-young back, and Jae-young kind of pushing for him to be his boyfriend as a trial, aka trial. And then we get the most cliche storyline of Sang-woo recognizing his feelings and was like, I can't hold them back anymore. So homeboy gets on his bike and hightails it to Jae-young to confess in the most Sang-woo way ever. He's literally like, these feelings do not make sense, but I like you. And I'm just like, join the club, sweetie. Feelings never make sense. I'm glad you learned this now.
I especially love Jae-young's response, where he was like, because Sungwoo was like, let's renegotiate the trial, the trial option, and Jae-young's like, no, the trial option has expired, but I got you a new option. Let's date. And I found that so cute, so in tune with the characters and their personalities. I personally also love seeing Sungwoo so frantic in this moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are so not used to seeing this character so completely out of control like this.
Right.
Which really shows just how deep his feelings are towards Jae-young. I also find it so adorable that Sungwoo has to stand on his tippiest of tiptoes to kiss Jae-young. Like, that visual was so utterly adorable to me. I am a sucker for height differences like these two. I really am.
Yes, we need to talk about this height difference because it is absolute perfection. I love it. This is every Wattpad writer's dream here, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can't help but think, gosh, he's so adorable when he's standing next to Jae-young, especially when he's trying to act like all tough, to Jae-young, and Jae-young is literally looking down at him like he's this cute little puppy, and it's just,
I know. I can't get over this scene. It was so just the visual we needed.
Absolutely. And so I love that we go from this scene and then the next scenes that we get, I can't remember if it's right after or not, but I love that basically we go from a cute moment like that, and we get to see and learn that Jae-young has been working kind of behind the scenes all this time with this company. And so all this time, while Sungwoo, he's been giving Sungwoo space to like figure out his stuff. He's been working with this company saying like, hey, you want to recruit me, I want to work with you, and on top of it, I know this amazing programmer, this computer programmer. Look at this mobile game app that we're actually currently developing. You can have all this, but the condition is I get to stay here and work in France. I mean, I get to stay here, work in Korea, and you hire this guy on as well. And
all I can think of when you said that was like, you can get all this for the low price of
2 salaries, paying for flight tickets to France. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, he's right, because he points out, and I think this game really shows just how skillful these two guys are. Like, he's right. His selling point to the company was like, look at this computer designer.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to come to France to work with your computer designers? I have one that is incredibly talented right here. You're gonna want to scoop him up before any other company has the chance to do so, and I'm giving you that chance.
I love the fact that he tried so hard to make sure that they stay together because he wasn't going to let Sungwoo go. Like, he's like, I finally got this boy. Ain't no way. Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
fucking way.
And that's what my whole thing is with the scene. It's like there is something just even more incredibly sweet about having a man work hard to fit you into his dreams. And not just a man, but a partner. Having a partner, having someone who is working hard to fit you into their dreams rather than watch them give their dreams up for you. I love that this is how the ending plays out for this.
I completely agree. I thought it was so sweet. And that just ends up bringing us to the complete ending of the series, which is the little cute scene, um, at the end.
I love this little like future update we get for these two. So like fun fact, I missed it the first time I watched the series because when the credits come on, I'm out. So, fun little fact. Stay tuned for the credits so you can watch this scene because it's totally worth it. But we get kind of like a cute future update where we get to see and learn that both of the boys do end up working for the company, and they were able to negotiate into essentially opening a whole new branch in Korea instead of having to move to France. I also love the little context clues they give us that insinuate to me at least that they're kind of living together. And some of those clues are the fact that the room that we see them in, it's very minimalistic. All we see is, the couch they're on, and this calendar in the corner that has the Eiffel Tower on it. And I don't know what it is, but it's like, it's a new couch. It's not the studio couch. It's not, anything we've seen previously. So it makes me believe that, okay, they're living together. There's something intimate about the way that they're like just relaxing together on the couch. They have the Eiffel Tower calendar. So, I don't know. It's just I feel like they're hinting at us, or at least I like to believe they're hinting that they are now living together.
We totally get these domestic vibes at the end. Like, I feel
Yeah,
you on that.
that's
We get
exactly
that.
what it is. Mm-hmm.
They're just so comfortable with each other. It's like they're not in each other's space, but they're in their
They're
together
home.
space, right? And then at the end, we get this little scene where Jae-young finds all these screenshot photos that Sungwoo saved on his computer early on in the episodes. And he calls him a little pervert. Stop. He's so proud of his boyfriend.
It was so adorable. It's so adorable. Like, so Sung Moon went to go use the bathroom, and Jae Young's editing a presentation on his computer because baby boy still can't do presentations. And that's when he comes across the pictures. And I love how Sung Woo just becomes completely panicked and like bursts open the bathroom door yelling, "No, no, no, don't look, don't look," because he knew immediately. It's like he knew immediately that his boyfriend was going to find those pictures.
Did he like hear Jae-young like whisper or something? Because he's like, what is this folder? Jae-young? Do you think he heard that? Because it's so close to the door.
I'm wondering because like the timing was too coincidental. Like
Right?
the fact that he just stumbled across those pictures, like, yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
No, it was a really perfect way to end this series.
Mm-hmm. It really was. It was icing on top of the cake. Seriously. So you know what shocked me was the fact that they didn't have these two K-pop stars create an original OST for this.
Oh my god, same. And by the way, did we mention that both boys are actually K-pop stars that are in K-pop groups?
I don't think we did, but both of them actually they're both in K-pop groups. The one who played Sungwoo is in a boy band called DKZ, and Jaeyoung was in KNK. And
Yeah,
let me
I think
tell
he
you,
left actually. I think he's focusing on acting now. But yeah, he was a K-pop star.
well, let me tell you, at this time, DKZ was blowing up in Korea. Like they had this viral dance that was so cute, and their music was bopping. I don't know too much about K and K, but it did shock me that having two very talented K-boppers that they didn't make a bop of their own for this.
I'll have to check them out because I haven't listened to either one of them. I
They had
completely
this
forgot.
cute little the guy who plays Sungwoo, he has this cute, it blew up becoming like a TikTok dance. Like he has this cute little umbrella dance move. Just Google his name, K-pop umbrella dance move, and you'll see what I mean. You will
I'll
not
check it
regret
out.
it. Trust me.
And listeners, check it out too.
I was obsessed with watching him do the dance. But
So, Courtney, what would you rate this drama?
thank you for asking, Lael. I would have to rate this a 10 out of 10 for me. Everything from the chemistry to the kisses to the humor and the acting we received in this was top notch. The literally only complaint I have is that the series wasn't longer. I was and still am so bummed that we only got 8 episodes, and most of those episodes didn't reach even like the 25-minute mark. So I'm hoping that we get to see these two star in another series together someday. I thought they were absolutely phenomenal together.
See, and I think the opposite. Not the rating. I actually also give it a 10 out of 10. But I think this short series gave us the perfect amount of plot with the feels without being like too dragged on or even too short. I think they balanced it very nicely with the amount of drama and pacing they did with it. Do I wish it was longer? I mean, yeah, I'd love to see them develop their relationship. But I like how it was a quick watch. The acting was phenomenal, and it was just overall really cute. If you end up going to read the webtoon, it does go into way more depth. I think it is completed now, and it's still super cute, but it is also rated R. So FYI, guys, 18 plus.
Remember that.
Yeah,
remember that.
They really toned it down for this drama.
Yeah,
so just an FYI.
I do have to agree. Like, I'm so glad because I hate when dramas unnecessarily draw things out. It's just I got a taste of these two and I want more. That's how I feel. I want more.
Same.
I want more of them and I want more of them together.
No, I get it. I kind of like hated that they only got together the last episode and it was like the last 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's okay. It's still at a 10 out of 10.
And that, my dear listeners, is a wrap on Semantic Error. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please go follow us on Insta at All the Drama Podcast, as well as our Patreon. All the links are in the descriptions below. Go to our Patreon, comment your favorite scene, or throw your 2 cents in. We would love to hear from you and grow this drama-addicted family. So, Lael, what are we watching next?
The next drama we're going to be talking about is another Korean drama called Fight for My Way. And let me tell you, I watched this years ago, and now I'm rewatching it, obviously, just to, refresh my memory for the podcast. And I forgot how much I love this drama. And seeing all the actors in newer things that came out, like, more recent years, and be like, oh my God, this was their first, or back in the younger days type of thing.
Soo Min.
Yes!
Ladies and gentlemen, and more than ladies and everyone. We don't discriminate here. Everyone. Soo Min, the actress who plays Soo Min, my favorite villain of all time. I had no idea that she was also in Fight for My Way. It's crazy because I was also obsessed with this drama years ago when it came out. So the fact that I never pieced it together is absolutely insane to me. But yeah, she's in this and she plays such a 180 character.
Honestly, if it wasn't for her face, and I'm like, why does she look so familiar? She's in something I know. And then I had to go to my drama list to figure it out. I'm like, no way. No effing way. But she does.
And she's like as sweet as like pumpkin pie in this. Like she's like the complete 180 from her character that she plays in is it Marry My Husband. That's it. Yeah. Marry My Husband. So that was a fun little treat.
And you'll hear more about that in our podcast. You can go watch this on Viki, stream it, watch it, and then come back to us. So until next time,
happy drama watching.
Bye.
Bye.